Alrighty, next we're going to be talking about the actual phases of your cycle. So to be clear, a man created the labeling and the blocking of what our cycle is. Man decided that our cycle should start on the day of our bleed. I, along with other women, disagree with that. Your cycle is a buildup of the uterine lining and then a shedding, which then leads to bleeding if an embryo doesn't become implanted. So in my mind, along with other women's minds, menstruation is actually the end of your cycle, and that's the way that I'm going to go through this list. So beginning of your cycle is your follicular phase. This is going to last about 7 to 13 days. This is the first phase that begins right after you're done bleeding, okay? This is when estrogen is increasing to start to build your uterine lining. And in terms of where your head is at, it's a great time to start brainstorming and begin kind of planting seeds or even like thinking about goal setting, okay? Energy-wise, you might still feel a little lethargic, a little tired, but as you move through your follicular phase, your energy levels will begin to increase, and that's when you're entering ovulation. Ovulation is the next phase, and that's going to last anywhere from 3 to 4 days. In this phase, your luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone both surge, okay? Estrogen and testosterone had peaked kind of right before the day of ovulation, and then they're going to start to drop, okay? Especially testosterone, but estrogen also drops a bit. As you're moving through the tail end, again, it's 3 to 4 days. As you're moving through the tail end of ovulation, progesterone is going to begin to rise. Headspace wise, this is a great time to socialize. You might want to be booking a lot of things at this time, and that's great. That's very natural. Big projects can be happening at this point as well. Connection and community are huge for you during ovulation. The next phase is going to be your luteal phase, and this is going to be about 10 to 14 days in length. Luteinizing and follicle stimulating hormone drop. Estrogen is going to rise slightly, but progesterone is also rising. This is a time when we start to turn inward a little bit. We don't want to socialize quite as much. We want to kind of analyze. This is a good time for any type of administrative task that you have going on, like doing your books, going through checklists, whatever. This is a great time to do that. The last phase of your cycle is going to be menstruation, and that's going to last anywhere from 3 to 7 days. Your hormones are at their lowest level at this point, okay? Energy-wise, you might feel a little low. That's okay. Your body is going through a big, huge process. It has gone through a big, huge process. Give it some rest if that's what it's calling for. If you're not feeling low in energy, then of course don't do that. But it's, again, a time to kind of reflect. It's a time where you will be most in tune to your intuition, to your gut. So if messages seem to repeat themselves cycle after cycle, start to listen in, because those are your truths, okay?